So I'm joined by three legends today of KCC. I had a vote in the KCC WhatsApp group about the the four best people that we want to have on this Zoom call. Obviously, Ammad, Nick, Shay, and the fourth was Tony Beard, but unfortunately, he's too busy.
Big up TV.
I thought you were going to say those four weren't available, so we got us.
Yeah. Well, I did ask Tony to join, but he replied saying he's working on a Welsh COVID vaccine at the moment, so he can't join. Before we get into it, Ammad and Nick, congratulations on your new additions in 2020.
Indeed, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, only one place to start, Shay. As a South African, we pulled your pants down in the last 2 weeks and delivered you two massive beatings.
I think, listen, the test matches, South Africa had their moments, especially in the second test match, to kind of ram home their position. They didn't do it. They batted really poorly on that, fifth day. So it was a competitive series. I know obviously Pakistan was the winners in the test series, but South Africa, they had their moments. I think it's fair to say. But it was a good series. I mean, listen, the bottom line is, I hate to say this, but it's a bit of a cliche, but the cricket's the winner there. Cricket needs to be back in Pakistan. They've been missing it for 10 years. And I know obviously Bangladesh have been there, Sri Lanka have been there, but no real major side's been to Pakistan since reinstruction. So
England are there later this year, I think. Or next year.
End of this year, October, 2 T20s in just 2 days. So it's a quick tour. But that should open the floodgates. Australia needs to go back. These other sides, obviously, India. Well, I mean, India's not going to happen, obviously, but
India's never going to happen.
That's a whole different Zoom conversation. But it's just good to see cricket back in Pakistan.
Anyway, hopefully we get some proper cricket back in the UK soon. We want to go on tour. I think Shay, last time I heard that you were organising a tour for us to Seychelles. Can you give us a bit more info behind that?
That was a lovely segue into that. Yeah, no, to be honest with you, probably Nick is probably a better person to mention that whole tour. I remember being in the pub with, with Jibo. So I can still say Jibo's still part of the club. So Graham was there. There was that one.
Ronnie must have been there.
We're talking about a special relationship with Ronnie. Can you give us a bit of background to that?
Is this why we get an agenda prior to the show? Is that so? Let's bring this on.
No. I've heard Ronnie hasn't been the same since you left KCC.
But then you got married, so he seems to settle down now. So good luck to Ronnie.
Took him a while though.
Yeah.
He had a baby as well. Bloody hell, I didn't even know.
Yeah, you didn't even know. Shit, you guys are big distance between you guys now.
Big distance now, yeah. It's
follow his exes.
I better. None of us know, Nick. None of us know, obviously. We kept in the dark. Dare I say, no pun intended there. But anyway, we won't go down that route.
So, Shay, you founded? Is it true you founded KCC?
No, it's not true at all. It's not true at all. 2006. It kind of was conceptualized by Aaron Tabamutu. I thought I wouldn't say his name on this podcast, but I'm going to say anyway. It's fine. So Aaron came up with it in 06. In 07, turned up to the nets in Holland Park in 07. And I remember I was so nervous. I couldn't even go and bowl the nets initially. I remember bowling to Aaron on the side because I was like, I just turned my arm over again over all those years was a big deal to me. Do you know what I mean? Because from where I was a few years back. But the club was so brilliant that way. It was just, it didn't give a shit. It was a mixture. It was a complete combination of everyone. Just a ragtag bunch, but really good people at heart. So Jibo was there, a guy called Lawrence, Nicko know. Babbage was there, absolute legend, David Babbage. Ben Smith was there. Who else was there? Tig was there. Nick, who else was there?
Tig was there. Mick Mickford. Remember the keeper?
Mick Blackford.
Blackford.
No. Mick came later.
Is it?
Yeah. Mick came after. So Ronnie was there. Pramod was there. Dinesh was there. And really good people there. And I just felt so at home. It was in 08. Aaron had some issues, not issues, but he had some stuff to do back in Sri Lanka. And then he said to me, listen, take over running the club. So then he made me club captain and chairman. And that was from 08 to 13. And then, I pretty much left the club after that. So because, I moved away and children, stuff like that. And so, but I definitely didn't start the club. I don't mean to blow my trumpet, but I think I had a reasonable hand in establishing the first few years. along with David Babbage, he must get a large mention here because he was incredible in setting the club up.
No doubt. No.
You know, and so yeah, me and him and a few other people. I'm actually a bit envious now, to be honest, of Pramod as chairman because he seems to have a really good committee behind him. You know, like G and Sonny, Nathan, Graham's still there, still doing his thing somehow. Bloody 10 years later, still sending us fucking emails.
Yeah.
Every
still
week.
Can't spell right, can he?
Is it? Sorry, but I didn't get the emails anymore. I don't think. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, you got to. The club has grown so much with the new kind of committee, and you know, fair play. I see what's been going on, so it's really good.
Yeah. Nick, you were in 2007, I think you mentioned.
Yeah, same year, and exactly the same reasons what Shay was saying. I moved to London in 2006, and sort of back end of the summer, September, October, so nothing through then. But then coming around, I thought, okay, you know, get playing some cricket. I had just played maybe 3 or 4 seasons in Australia before that, after not playing for a long time. And there was a carrot being dangled on Gumtree, said, you know, cricket club, come join, Seychelles trip, you know. So it's like, well, you know, nothing to lose. So, you know, sign up for this.
Yeah, we're still very much using that Gumtree tactic. It brings in the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of Seychelles, we're promising Sri Lanka. Yeah, it's good to see some things haven't changed. But looking at, I think for me, I joined the club in 2014, I think, so a long time after you guys. But we hear these names that I mentioned, like Ben Smith. We hear like Marlon.
Marlon.
Oh, really good.
Marlon, really
very good.
But who do you think were the best players then? I think we had some big players then, didn't we?
Well, I mean, I think Ammad, Division 3 winning side of 2011, I believe it was. Maybe it's Expatriates. Remember when I came to obviously to watch us win that title at Expatriates because they were a big side and they were backed by some decent Sri Lankan money. There's paying players a lot, weren't they? But we had a good team. We had Insaf, obviously was there. Fahim was there. Madassa Sheikh.
Yeah.
And it's really well led. Saeed was there. Saeed obviously was a player then. And Ammad was also captaining.
Marlon was one of the very quick bowlers. I remember him hitting, and he was ruthless. He was ruthless. You know what? He would just he would bounce you with a new ball, and he was so quick, really generally quick.
I remember one time Lawrence, and I really like to mention Lawrence. His name's Lawrence Rasmus Lawrence.
Lawrence. Both.
I think he's a top guy, you know, from South Africa. And
keeper, a big lad.
He was called Lawrence
Rasmus Lawrence. So the same spelling, yeah. It's
absolute beast of a man.
Beast of a man, but the gentlest guy you've met. Lovely, lovely guy.
Yeah.
And I remember he used to do fielding drills, and one of the first sessions I was at Holland Park, and this man would keep with no pads. So literally just his gloves, and he said, whiz it into me. So obviously in a normal keeping fielding drill, batsman just play on the carpet, and then you pick it up from about 20, 30 yards out, and you'd whiz it in. And he didn't give a damn. He used to wrap his shins almost every time. He didn't care. He was just absolutely fine. I remember this man. He's another guy would do anything for the club. Same like Tony.
KCC in 2006 onwards until about 2012 seems full of nut jobs to me.
I actually also promised to be on tonight because he really should be here as well. I'm surprised he's not, to be honest.
I tried to get him on. But he's driving some VIP from A to B tonight, so he couldn't join us. Fair enough. You know, Palmod money comes before KCC and everything else. So, Nicko, I see you're at Gymkhana today.
Yeah, just one of our classic games. They went in first. They set us, was it 345 off 30 overs? Told us all out for 99. We were chasing 345 in 30 overs. Everyone was doing everything possible to avoid bowling because they were just smashing around. Usually if captain shouts that, you want to bowl? You'd be up for it, but everyone was like, nah, not today, thanks, mate. So getting people to bowl was a bit of an issue. I think I was the only bowler that didn't get hit for a 6.
It's about all these good players, but we've not talked about a guy that made 5,400 runs for KCC, 29 50s and 4 centuries. Anyone know who that is?
Well, not me. So
I think maybe Nadeem or
No.
or
Let me give you another clue. 34 runouts.
Ammad.
me.
Ammad, yeah.
Woohoo! 34 runouts. Hey, and how many against you?
Eight.
Ammad's got no retort to that. But you know what, dude? 5,500 runs. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, man, you can't retire from KCCC at 10,000, dude. The 10K club.
I would love no. Hey, look, I was telling Zayn this. If I wasn't living that far, I would love to. You see, I've been trying to retire for the last 2 years, but you know the love for cricket, I know love for the club and cricket pulls me down from all the way from Welland Garden City to back to Chelsea. So Chiswick.
You've been trying to retire for 2 years. We've been trying to get you to retire for about 5. So
5 years. Yeah.
Something's gone wrong.
Yeah. Anyway, Ammad, the key question: do you
Mhm.
think you are the best Pakistani to play UK domestic cricket after Wasim Akram? I can't think of many better than you.
No.
Anyway, 34 of those runouts, 8 were with me,
Sorry.
and I've never. And
Have you really?
Been...
That's bullshit, man. That's not copyright, man.
It's not.
You tell me you bought a 34. That's bollocks. 34 runouts.
No, he's not just me and him.
Yeah, obviously, you've been a part of 34 runouts, Ammad.
In 10 years, mate.
That's
so 3.5
a season.
3.5 runouts a season.
Shay, this guy's ran me out 8 times in 3 years.
That's honestly, Ammad, mate.
I can't remember, mate. I haven't seen the stats, but maybe he's right. But
34 runouts.
Guys,
I can't believe it.
That's
an absolutely shocking statistic.
I have to put this in a record, okay? The guy, there was a guy named Indian guy. What's his name? That was his last game. Thakur. What's his name? Thakur.
Nicko.
That was his last. That was his last game, and he was thrashing. I still remember he was thrashing over point, and he was playing 34, and I knew that he's gonna make 50 and all that. And
so you ran him out. Nice.
And that was his last game, and I was so upset. I said
that was at Birkbeck. That was Birkbeck away.
Was it?
Yeah, we were like 60 for none, 102 all out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's typical.
Yeah, but anyway, I find it funny that we've been in 8 runouts and you've not been run out once. It's been all 8 me, and all 8 were my calls from the striker's end. And Ammad sat on his back at the non-striker's end watching the ball.
Well, I can't remember, but I'm sorry if. But hey, I'm sure if you ask Martin, Martin will tell you. Myself and Martin had a very good coordination. I can't remember if I ever had ran him out. Maybe once, or I don't know. But
it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because didn't Martin tell you to start calling in English instead of in Urdu?
Yeah, well, that's. Oh, go away! No.
Do you think running people out is a skill that you're born with, or do you think you've perfected it over your career?
No, I think.
Did you have to work on it?
No, I would say it's an imperfection. It's an imperfection, and I think I should. Well, it's too late now, but I should have worked on it. But to be fair, I think it's something that you.
Imagine the idea of like practicing to how to run people out.
Anyway, you're right. You and Martin are definitely the Greenwich and Haynes of KCC, 2 quality players, and
it's history now. But yeah, no, when I look back, he's class. He's I would say he's much better than me.
Would you say that you love Martin?
No, I would say he's much better than myself as a cricketer, batsman,
person.
Well, I don't know about that. You asked Ronnie. Somebody. What do you call it? Sri Lankan guys to Nisham. I remember we dropped him in half season because he was. Let me put this one. That guy was the most talented guy. Left-handed Sri Lankan guy, and he actually played for a very high standard but he had he would go out with Max the night before, and he would call me in the morning saying, "Oh, my nan was really ill," and all that. And I would
Oh,
say,
is this?
can you come pick me up? I said, no.
What is it about these Sri Lankans and excuses for not turning up to the games the next
Well,
day?
I don't know, but I dropped him. And remember, Shay, I told him, I said, I won't pick him up again. So half season, he was our overseas player and I dropped him.
Yeah, that Nisham played for Sri Lanka under 19s, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Nisham Mahazir. So
Anyway.
Mazahir, he was quality. I remember umpiring one game, and he was batting. I was watching his elegance with the bat. It was like watching bloody
excellent player,
equivalent to freaking David Gower in that kind of competition. Unbelievably good player, like way above that standard, way above. He should be playing county league, as in Middlesex County League. He should be playing.
Anyway, Nicko, your first game for KCC. Is it true that you smashed the biggest six ever and hit a laptop in a convertible car and broke it?
No, I was run out by Dinesh in my first game for KCC.
Okay, not Ammad. That. You sure it wasn't Ammad?
Not Ammad.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I had other people running me out until Ammad turned up.
So the story about the convertible on the laptop isn't true?
I did land one in the convertible, but I think the laptop was Dave Babbage down at Concord one year.
Concord, exactly. A good memory it was, yeah.
You left KCC to move to Ireland to avoid paying the £5 debt that you owe KCC. That's what the club accountant has told me.
You're joking. Who is the top easy fundraiser by a long way? Me. Take it out of that.
No, it doesn't work like that. So please pay your debts. Otherwise, we will have to use tennis balls next season.
I paid my fees last year and didn't even wasn't around.
I think I speak for everyone when I actually say, Nicko, you're one of the nicest guys I've ever met at KCC. There's only one person that would disagree with me. Can you think who that would be?
Who would disagree?
Tony.
No.
It's
one of Shay's friends, very close. Chino brother, as Pramod told me that they're called. The Chino brothers, Shay and Ronnie.
Ronnie Das. What have I done to Ronnie? He pissed in the car.
This is a great story. So we're playing the game in Windsor, I think.
Windsor, wasn't it? Yeah.
And you're picking us up from Clapham Junction or Clapham High Street at 11 o'clock.
Clapham Junction, I reckon. Yeah.
And it's 11:15, and Ronnie's still not here. He gets in the car and he's like, I need to go to the toilet. We're like, we're going to be late. We're literally like 15 minutes away from the toss and we're still just in Clapham somewhere.
And there was there's a cycle race on, wasn't there? So pretty much all the roads were shut.
And then all I hear at one point is this dripping noise from the front seat of Nicko's car. And Ronnie's pissing in this bottle. The worst thing is we get to Windsor and we're there for like 10 minutes and Ronnie's still holding the bottle in his hand. Yeah. Would you say that you have improved your fatherhood skills after trying to get him on that plane in Budapest? That wasn't very successful.
That was a testing, session, wasn't it? It was like, negotiating with an angry 3-year-old who just wasn't listening.
I've gone to the story, Shay and Ammad. Ronnie met this girl and fell in love in Budapest, and he refused to come home. He turned up to the airport and was like, "I'm not getting on the plane." So Nicko had to take him to the side and was like, "Ronnie, get on the bloody plane right now."
Yeah.
And he did come back or not? I heard that he.
No, he stayed.
He stayed. He stayed a few more days, and then I think she dumped him. I still remember turning up in Budapest the day after everyone else. I walk in I think it was quite late. The first person I see is Nicko outside the bedroom, like this. Nicko, what's wrong? And he's like, Dinesh, listen to the sound of Dinesh in this room. I open the door and it's like a freaking chainsaw going off.
Yeah.
And
I was this close to booking a hotel down the road. They had vacancies, and I was, if this goes on another night, I'm out of here.
Talking about Ronnie pissing in your car, why is it all these kind of pissing antics take place when you're there? Can you run us through what happened in Budapest?
That was the Tim, how making his presence known. Joined the club. He we'd never met Tim before, but he was on a holiday. He met us at Budapest. So we all rock up in the afternoon and going to meet this new guy, Tim, and wandering down the road in a South Africa rugby top. It's like, yep, that must be the guy. He joins up. He's been in the cans all afternoon, got a good head start. We go out, he goes out, and then who was sleeping next?
It was Raj's bag, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was next to Raj, so I was this far from the firing line. But yeah, Tim comes back in at whatever hour and just decides to relieve himself all over people's beds and clothes. That was one way to make. That's one way to join the club.
Dude, what happened in the Garlic Gate?
Garlic Gate.
Yeah.
No, what was Garlic Gate? No, I had. I tell you, there was a club. We actually trashed that club, and it was in our home ground, and they were very abusive. What's the name of the club? They were Isleworthians, you know.
Old Isleworthians.
Old Isleworthians. And they
oh god, yeah. I was wondering your garlic.
Yeah,
oh
and the guy himself was an Asian, right? And he would say to me, "Hey, you smell of garlic, you one eyebrowed guy," or something. I can't even smell it. And I was like, I went there to ask them for the tea money. And he was really abusive. The reason he was abusive was because he thought that playing Marlon is unfair.
Nicko, you couldn't get enough of India from KCC and all the Indians, so you decided to go to India quite a lot as well yourself.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time there.
I think you're the only KCC player to attend an IPL final. Is that true?
I did go. That was Chennai Super Kings and Kings 11, I think. So I was in Pune. So, yep, 4 or 5 hours drive from Mumbai. Pretty normal working over there. Pretty normal morning. Wandered down to this cafe for a bit of breakfast. I'm sort of sitting there on my own because I was working at a music event there later on in the day. So I was just killing a bit of time. Head down, having my food, and corner of my eye, I just see someone coming towards me at a fair old speed, and I look up, and next thing, this guy's just grabbed me around the neck and just started throttling me and choking me, and I just, fright, didn't know what was going on. Looked this guy in the eye, and it's like, I recognize this person, but it's all happening way too quick. Who is it? It was Dinesh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about Sri Lankans before, making excuses. Sando, Shay, are you still backing out of that boxing match, or are we getting it on for 2021?
What boxing match?
Didn't he call you out for a boxing match and you shit it?
Who's Sando?
Yeah, because you were abusing one of his legends. I think it was Ranatunga you were abusing.
I just abused him on a recent video. I just done a video on my channel actually abusing Ranatunga. Tell him to give me quality time, man. No problem. 3 rounds, 3 minutes, no problem. Who came up with that absolute golden line of shout out to Nathan, because it still makes you laugh that one, because I think we're all coming up with names after read about Sando, and he came up with the corridor of uncertainty. This day.
You are obviously left KCC because you've got your own things to concentrate on. We're just going to give you a 2-second plug here for Bounce. Well, I just want to say, I hope your cricket knowledge it must be better than your football knowledge, because that is fucking terrible.
I don't give a fuck about football, that's why. I don't even pay attention anymore. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I get Nathan sending me messages every day. So he sent me, in fact, he just sent me one now about Salah or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he sent me, but he sent just diss me in it. Listen, we only even bounced my YouTube channel set up about a year ago. I just a little fun thing for me to do outside of work. But yeah, just talk about South African cricket, English cricket, just any kind of opinionated pieces that I've got that come to mind. Yeah, talk about it. I'm on YouTube, Instagram. I'll be getting Twitter at some point when I get time. But yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah.
We'll put the link in the description so you can double your followers count.
There we go. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Who've I had on from KCC? Have I had anyone on? I think I've asked Nisanka to come on multiple times.
Oh my God, you do not want Nisanka on your channel because
you will get
zero ounce of sensibility from him.
Yeah, but you done an episode, haven't you, with Nisanka and someone else on a couch. I saw that.
No, that wasn't me. Do not put me in that video. That was Danu and Nisanka. But anyway, I'm looking forward to the invite once you're ready to talk about the greatest team Pakistan, about how the BCCI have ruined cricket. I'm up for that as well. Just let me know.